Whether people want to admit it or not, the real experts of college football live in Las Vegas. Now, when you hear Las Vegas and NCAA, you hear scrutiny, trouble, gambling. Which, if you really dive into it, though, the real experts really do live in Las Vegas. Now, if the NCAA wants what's best for its biggest money-making machine for the 2014 college playoff, which starts next year, they will take a look at this. The BCS has been used over the past 15 years, from 1998 to 2013. Many different formulas have been used for it. So, what I hope to do is explain why the BCS is better than the now that's going to be used 2014 playoff committee that the NCAA put together. And also, second, I want to explain how these Las Vegas experts work. Why do they know so much information? How would they be good? And I'm going to give you an ideal committee. So, let's start by looking at now the playoff committee. Playoff committee, as you see on the PowerPoint, Barry Alvarez, athletic director, Wisconsin. Leader of the committee, Jeff Long, athletic director, Arkansas. You also have Pat Hayden, athletic director, USC. That's all well and good. And you have Condoleezza Rice, Secretary of State, who hadn't even been in college football. That's all well and good. But you're telling me that an athletic director who is going to be leading, who's watching over all sports for his old school, is going to be able to watch every game, every team in the whole country, decide who are the four best teams to play in the biggest money-making thing that college football has ever seen in the playoffs to start 2014. They're going to be able to decide who's the best team? I don't think so. And they've already came out with the notion that they would rather have a one-loss Pac-12 team than two one-loss SEC teams, even though two one-loss SEC teams, probably the best two teams in the country, doesn't matter. They want more parity. Well, that's not how I like it, and I want to see the best teams in the college football playoffs. Now, the BCS has brought a lot of controversy with having two human polls and a computer poll that all one-third of each other to grovel up into the BCS formula with the 6 computer polls. Now, the BCS has that controversy, but it usually gets the 4 best teams right. Now, it may not get in a right order because it's the first and second place teams go to the national championship. But the BCS usually gets the 4 best teams, maybe not in the right order, like I said. So, you ask, well, why would these Las Vegas people be any better? Well, according to HowSportsBettingWorks.com, setting the line is a matter of intense research, careful cultivated context, years of experience, and plain old intuition. So basically, this is when they put lines on games. They have context for all the coaches. They watch every single game, watch film. They research, and they have years of experience. So they've been doing this for a long period of time. So they know everything about anything of the 119 Division I playoff teams. So why would you not pick them? Wouldn't it be the smartest thing to get the smartest guys in the sport? Now, you ask what would be an ideal committee. Here are some of the names. Phil Steele, leader of the leading college football preseason magazine over the last 15 years. He also leads one of the top gambling advice websites, which does that research, has contacts, years of experience, and also plain old intuition. Another one is Teddy Marshall, who does the same thing with the top gambling advice website, as well as Bruce Marshall. These are just some of the names to name a few. So, why would you not get these guys over the 13-member playoff committee that has now been chosen? Now, I understand with the controversy of you can't put betting in the NCAA. You can't put betting in the sport. It'll ruin the sport. No. Take these guys away from there. Pay them in their own right to be this college football playoff committee. There won't be any controversy. Don't let them put out lines anymore or have that top advice gambling so they don't have any controversy. They really have no rooting interest for any of the teams, so they'll pick the best teams that need to be playing in that playoff. So why would you not pick them? As I mentioned, I gave you the problem that is going to start happening a year from now, which is You thought there's bad controversy with the BCS? It'll be even worse now that these are humans that picking the teams. And you don't think AD, Athletic Director Jeff Long, is going to want two SEC teams or an SEC to be in there? Or the athletic director from the Pac-12 USC? What about the athletic director from the Big Ten? They're going to want a team in there. So, of course, that brings a lot of controversy, and they might not be able to decide like a jury, and they're going to have four different answers of four different teams who should be in the playoff and never come out with a solution, and then end up putting not the best teams in the playoffs, which is not good. For which this is going to be the biggest money-making thing college football has ever seen for the NCAA's biggest money-making machine. So, you know how the playoff committee is going to choose their teams. So, for the best interest of the sport, why not choose the wisest guys? Which they call in Las Vegas, wise guys, the experts. The smartest people with the best information with no rooting interest live in Las Vegas. So, before you actually say no, really think about it. Take a dive into it, open your mind, and it actually makes sense that we need to choose these guys over the now that's going to be used playoff committee. Thank y'all.